So, one of my friends was asking me, I said, Joseph's been about for years, I was following him. And they went, how old is he? I said, I don't actually know, so I googled it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my Google says I'm 41.
I said, is Joseph 41?
Yeah, my was like, I don't know Joe was 40. I'm like, wait, what?
I was like, it looks good for 40.
What's up guys, Joseph Rakic here from Joseph Rakic Fitness. Today I'm in Dubai, I'm training with Anton, Danyluk. I said his last name correct. Having a little bit of problems, but I can now say it correctly. So anyway guys, we're gonna do an arm workout today, and in this video we're gonna share our top 8 arm exercises for more growth, because I think everyone wants bigger arms. So 4 exercises for biceps, 4 exercises for triceps. I'm gonna pick my favorite bicep, Anton's gonna pick his favorite bicep. Back to me, back to Anton, back to me, back to Anton, back and forward until we've done 8 exercises in total. And we wanna see if you guys agree with these top 8 exercises. Anyway, should we go get started? Let's do it.
I feel like this is Russian roulette.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's like, keep bringing the drinks until one of us passes the fuck out.
After that, every 5 minutes until one of us passes out. That's his first down. Give him time.
Alright guys, first exercise for my biceps. I'm picking this exercise right here. Now the reason I'm picking this is because we can isolate the biceps 100%. Now when it comes to training biceps, or any muscle group for that matter, I like to go heavy, I like to put a lot of stress on it. But if you're doing that with a barbell or with a dumbbell, sometimes the form is a little bit iffy. So your secondary muscles such as your shoulders take over. So I always like to have an exercise where I can just fully isolate the muscle, and that's why we're picking this one here. Range, and then as the sets go on, the weight's going to increase. As the weight increases, the reps will decrease. Nice. Also guys, what I like to do when I'm doing this exercise, I like to use a partial range of motion. So instead of going all the way like this and letting the biceps relax, I kind of come to there. So there's always that tension and always that stress on the muscle. It's a technique that I like to use for a lot of my trainings. Not to say that I don't ever use full range of motion sometimes. I think there's pros and cons to both. But this one here, I like to keep a nice, short, partial range of motion. Another good thing guys, the beauty about training with someone, having a training partner, is you can spot each other and you can help each other get those forced extra reps out, which just creates more stress on the muscle, therefore more stress leads to more muscle growth. Fighting your diet at some point.
Cardio. That's why this man stays lean all year round.
Make a track in the day, then I find my way.
Fix it.
Find my way, find my way, then I find my way. Find my way, then I find my way, then I find my way. Find my way, everything feel okay. At least today, fade, then I time my pace. Raise the bar.
This is when a pretty girl walks in and you're lifting this like weight. Always.
My muscles don't want to work at this point.
This feels heavy.
Number 5. That's 1. That's 2. On the spot you go. Come on. 3. 4. Last one. That was a fucking good set.
When we said 8 exercises at the start, we meant 4. So,
what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we're going to go for a hammer curl.
Yep.
Standing, alternating hammer curl, keeping the form nice and strict. Again, we'll start off with a higher rep range, we'll work our way down into heavies. Again, keeping the form very, very strict. Just mixing up the hand action so we hit the bicep from a different point.
Hammer curl is a very good exercise for that bicep long head, so very good for developing the peak.
And I like the fact that we've got the blood flow into the muscle now, so we can't go too heavy with the hammers, so we're not swinging just like Joseph said at the start. Okay, lead by example.
Is it me first or you?
I've just done my set.
So I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
I like about that one is when you fail, you couldn't physically have got any more with the doubles, then we drop the singles and a little bit of movement there, which is fine as long as you keep the form strict on the way down as well.
Gives you a little bit more to get out of it, eh?
More, but it gives you that
Squeezing it out.
Yeah.
The same old shit playing that I ain't take time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, I'm doubtful, but got a mouthful that I'm spitting on. And if you wanna ride, then ride with me. I'm off in the morning, I like to see what it mean to me. It's different than it used to be. Like now, I'm moving fluidly and everything I'm moving. What this really fuck about? What will I amount to if I don't figure out what I'm about to do? Every time I walk around, it's how my attitude.
That's from the floor.
Top of the world, where I'm
We're just trying to outdo each other here. Like literally, you pick one, I pick one. All the hardest exercises we've ever done.
Cause I don't know no way around. Cause I don't know no way around. I'm riding the whip with the same old shit playing that I ain't got time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall at the end of the
Important thing, I'm sure you agree, that you don't need to increase your weight to sacrifice form. Form comes first.
Yeah.
Then I'm done, I can't increase my weight. I'm not going to ego lift as much as I want to keep up with you. That's just my excuse for not lifting heavier today.
No, but that's what it comes down to, guys. At the end of the day, it's not about the weight that you lift.
Yeah.
It's about how much stress you can put that muscle under. So you know, we could go heavier and the form could be a little bit sloppy, but we're probably deactivating the biceps zone.
So rather than working 100% of the muscle fibers in the biceps, you're maybe only working 70% of the muscle fibers. So we'd rather be optimal and stimulate as much muscle fibers as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Exactly. So what I'm personally going to do for this last set, we're going to use the same weight, double, and then I'm going to drop it, and I'm actually going to pick up a lighter weight and do my doubles and just really pump it out with that.
Sounds good to me.
If you wanna ride, then ride with me. I'm gone in my zone and I'm proud to be vision surrounding me. Part of my talent, be releasing these challenges, finding the balance in life. You already know what it is. Swear I won't miss, gotta hit it on a mission. Even when I'm feeling shitty, I ain't looking for no petty. If I do it like this, I'ma get it real steady, real heavy like this. So hey, lost in the wave, stashed in the safe, and I'm praying that I never see the light of day. Make a track in the day, then I find my way. Hey. Then I find my way, find my way, then I find my way. Yeah. Find my way, then I find my way. Raise the bar, then I write my fate. Now I'm off and I'm on that shit.
Train with Joseph this ends. Good idea this ends.
Right, second exercise for me, third exercise in total. We're doing a seated bicep curl. Now it's a little bit different. Basically, I really like this machine because again, it isolates the bicep muscle. And when it comes to bicep training, I think that's so important. You really want to isolate the muscle as much as you can. Now this machine here that we're using, our arms are slightly behind our body, ever so slightly. But this allows you to give better stretch to the bicep, which allows you for a better contraction. So our form's going to be locked in pretty tight, and we're just going to pump the reps out with a lot of stress and see how much stress we can apply.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's important at this stage. Our biceps are starting to get fatigued, so that's when other muscles are going to come into play.
Exactly.
So it's so important that we isolate now.
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Can't get the full range of motion anymore.
It's just because they're so full of blood.
Yeah.
It's like, it just doesn't want to contract anymore. It's just like someone's pumped it full of just like blood.
So as you could probably see in that movement there, Joseph was strong in the bottom half of the movement, but he's fatigued at the top half, so I was just assisting with that, so he can still get the stress in the bottom half of the biceps, yes? Did you agree with that? Yep.
100%.
Okay, so fourth and final exercise on biceps, thank goodness.
Yeah, they're about to fall off.
They're about to fall off. So we're going to do a high cable curl. which is going to focus more on the peak of the biceps.
Ride and ride with me, and if you wanna ride and ride with me, ride with me. I ride in the whip with the same old shit playing that I ain't take time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, sing down for I got a mouthful, then I spit now. If you wanna ride, then ride with me, and if you wanna ride, then ride with me, and if you wanna ride, then ride with me, ride with me. I ride in the whip with the
Take one plate out. I think you can do that.
Right, okay, Joseph. Okay.
It's literally the smallest weight in the gym.
Wow. Ego is here now. Don't worry.
downfall at the end of the sentence, sing down for I got a mouthful that I spit now. And if you wanna ride, then ride with me. I'm off in the morning, got life to see. What it mean to me is different than it used to be. Like now I'm moving through.
So you see that, guys? Anton was slowing it down on the way out, slowing it down on the negative. And the negative is where you rip your muscle fibers as well. So it's actually very important to make sure that you are controlling the negative on a lot of these exercises instead of just dropping it back, contracting, dropping it back. So negative rip just definitely helps increase the intensity, more muscle fibers ripped. And the more muscle fibers you can rip, the more muscle you're gonna grow.
We've earned our sushi tonight.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we've both earned a good cheat meal after this.
We got 4 exercises.
Oh, I thought you said triceps for tomorrow, no?
No. Alright guys, we are now on to triceps. So 4 exercises for triceps. Again, I'm picking one, Anton's picking one, back and forward. So starting off with me. Now the reason I personally like this exercise is because anything when you're overhead and the tricep's getting a big stretch, you're activating more of the tricep long head. Now the tricep long head is where the mass of the tricep is. So if you want big arms, if you want big triceps, doing some exercises that heavily activate the long head muscle is going to be beneficial. So I put these on here because in the past I've done overhead extension, and if the dumbbell gets too heavy, the seat kind of goes back and you don't want the dumbbell landing in your face.
I've never went that heavy, so I don't know.
So I basically put your plates on here, and it basically prevents you from ever going back now. But prior to having this here, you know, it could be a pretty bad injury.
Never thought of that. Never ever thought of that.
Cause I don't know no way around. I'm riding the whip with the same old shit playing that I ain't got time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, sing down for I got a mouthful that I spit now. If you wanna ride and ride with me, if you wanna ride with me, if you wanna ride and ride with me, ride with me. I ride in the whip with the same old shit playing that I ain't take time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, sing down for I got a mouthful that I spit now.
Yes. His rep range is 20, almost 20 for everything he does. And I think that's why he looks so amazing, is because he's really putting that muscle under stress when he trains. But you know, everyone back home in New Zealand especially, everyone trains with like a 8 to 12 rep range.
Yes.
And now after coming here and training with so many guys like Jamie and Andrew, they don't train heavy. Well, the weight's still fucking heavy, don't get me wrong, it's not light. But they're not doing 6 or 8 or 10 reps. It's 20 rep sets for pretty much majority of their workouts.
I think higher volume training's definitely became more and more popular over the years.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just think personally, I don't know if you agree, that as long as you're putting the muscle under stress and you're taking it to that failure point in a lot of your exercises, it forces it to grow.
Yep.
So whether that is in a lower rep range or a higher rep range, I think that you're forcing the muscle to grow. And like we've done in all this workout, we've been going from that higher rep range and then working to that lower rep range as well. So we're getting the benefits of everything and working all the muscle fibres as well. So that's the way I like to train as well, personally.
And I think this is probably everyone on YouTube watching. I think the majority of people train in that low rep range because they think it builds more muscle. But if you look at the guys with the best physiques, you know, Andrew, Jamie, it's that high rep range. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're training light. No. Obviously they could go a lot heavier if they're doing 6 reps, but it's that high rep range that builds that quality muscle.
I agree. And the thing is as well, it's define heavy. What's heavy for one isn't heavy for another as well, you know.
Andrew's heavy. Andrew's light 20 rep sets. Am I heavy 1 rep?
I think when we hit triceps, it's very important to hit all three heads. We hit long head in that movement there. I think we'll hit the lateral head with a rope pull down, yeah?
Love it, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go rope pull down, isolation exercise as well. Let's do it.
As Anton was saying, we're going to exercise that works the lateral head. So it's the outside part of the tricep right here, and it's what gives your tricep that horseshoe look. So I'm not sure what rep range we're going to use because Anton is taking us through this exercise, so we'll see what he says. But I'll get the equipment set up. Works all the outside part of that tricep. Look, you can see it's pulling to its skin. It's actually feathered. See that feather? It's fucking good. Doing there, guys, we're just giving each other that spot, so when it gets to that sticking point where we can't push down anymore, the spotting partner is helping you get that extra contraction, because you just get to a point where the muscles don't want to listen to you anymore.
Yeah, and it's again similar to the bicep exercise where we're stronger in that range from sort of 90-degree angle to about 3/4, but then we just don't have it in the, to get there, so the partner's just taking that part for you.
Guys, we're on to the third exercise for triceps right now. Exercise is my pick, so I am picking tricep dips. Now there are many different ways you can do a tricep dip. You can do a bench dip, but today we are choosing a machine dip. There's also a bodyweight dip, obviously, but I really like the machine dips. I've never used a plate-loaded machine dip, however. So I like this exercise because I can just really overload the muscle with weight. We can go pretty heavy, and we're just going to try and annihilate it as much as we can. Pump as much blood into the muscle, and let's hope they grow. Final set. You guys already know what we're doing. We're going to the drop set. We're going to the drop set. And that right there, guys, is the intensity that you need to train with and the intensity that you need to have to really push your body past that comfortable point and to force it to grow.
Woo! Definitely going. Last exercise.
Last exercise. 4 sets to go, guys, and we are done.
If that feels good to say.
Huh?
Last exercise.
Last exercise. Let me catch my breath back.
Bro, my biceps and my triceps are gonna be so sore tomorrow. So you see what I was doing there with that one, guys? I played around with my positioning a bit. I was standing face on and like stood a little bit across my body. And I'm just trying to feel what feels best for me and what I can connect with my tricep muscle best. So I'm doing like this, seeing how that feels, doing like this, see how that feels. And whatever you personally feel best in your tricep, whatever you feel you get the best contraction, that's what you want to do. So we'll see what Anton, what style he uses for this.
Riding the whip with the same old shit, playing that I ain't take time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, sitting down for, but got a mouthful that I'm spitting out. And if you wanna ride, then ride with me. I'm off in the morning, got life to see. What it mean to me is different than it used to be. Like now I'm moving fluidly, and everything I'm moving with is really fuck about. What will I amount to if I never figure out what I'm about to do? Every time I walk around, it's my attitude. I feel them shut down, feel them shut down. But right now, top of the world where I'm at now. I don't give a fuck, won't back down. With all of these sounds, all of this mind, where the facts now. Cause I don't know no way around. Cause I don't know no way around. Cause I don't know no way around. I ride in the whip with the same old shit, playing that I ain't got time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall. At the end of the sentence, sitting down for, but got a mouthful that I spit out. And if you wanna ride, then ride with me. I'm gone in my zone and I'm proud to be vision surrounding me. Part of my talent be releasing these challenges, finding the balance in life. You already know what it is, swear I won't miss. Gotta hit it on a mission, even when I'm feeling shitty. I ain't looking for no pity. If I do it like this, I'ma get it real steady, real heavy like this. So hey, lost in the wave, stashed in the safe, and I'm praying that I never see the light of day. Make a track in the day, then I find my way. Hey. Then I find my way, find my way, then I find my way. Yeah. Find my way, then I find my way, then I find my way. Yeah. Find my way, everything feel okay, at least today. For faith, then I time my pace. Raise the bar, then I write my fate. Now I'm off and I'm on that shit. Long time coming with far and shit. Come back strong with a song like this. Never right or wrong, just the views that I live with. A lesson when they hit, then I feel I must.
5, come on, 4, 3, 2, last one, down.
Anything and everything brush off of me with ease. Peace and breeze.
That right there is a solid bicep and tricep workout.
For sure. And cardio.
And cardio.
All in one. Right.
So there you go, guys. That is the end of the workout. Our top 8 exercises for big arms, 4 for biceps, 4 for triceps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned a few things. Let me know in the comment section down below what your personal top 8 exercises are. Give me 4 best for each. And I want to see what you guys think. Anyway, guys, don't forget, if you do need help with a meal plan, workout program, or whatever to get into the best shape of your life, click the link down below in the description box. And I'll see you in the next video.
I just want to say this man knows his stuff. I've been following him for years. It's been an absolute pleasure, bro.
Appreciate that. I've been following this guy for a while too. We've connected on social media for the longest time, but never met. So it's good to finally come over here to Dubai and be able to connect. It's been awesome, bro. Thank you.
Nice, bro. It's good. Very good. Then get your photo and then.
Shit playing that I didn't take time to finish. Goddamn, I'm a witness to my own downfall.